フ系作品あるある薬中元兵士プラス、薬中あるある。まあ何かしら心に闇を抱えてないとやってらんないよ探索者なんて。船の中だ。もうすでにデクトゥルフなんだけど水の中にいるのか。うわっ、よくわからんが悪夢の中ってことなのかな。カロン号、カロン号10。あ、なんかマーク
I never have to use it, but something tells me I will.
使わないことはね。折りたたみカメラ。チャールズ・リードさんへ。集団ヒステリー、そして幻覚の発症に関して調査。冷ややかな関係。あ、開け方。
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
よくわからんな。お、人がいる。
Now get out!
そう、排他的だよな、ガム太郎。待って待って、船から出られない。出る必要ないのかな。私は一つもうクトゥルフのゲームやってるので、こういうのは暴力に訴えるのが一番っていうのは知ってるんですよ。力を持つものが勝ち残る。
At last, Mr. Charles Reed.What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes Vanderberg, at your
Johannes
service.
Vanderberg.
I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont.Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
寂れた港町といえばいいスーツだ。俺の悩みについてこの町はどうなってる？いや、いいスーツだ。
That's an eye-catching suit.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. A mere flood is no excuse for one to abandon one's style.
I take it you're a big fan of yellow.
Well, I have a particular weakness for it. Call it a personal quirk.
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in
鮮明な夢はここでは
Oakmont.
珍しくはありま
By
せん。
chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
ロバート・スローク・モートンはどこにいる？この町はどうなっているんだ？
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't.
あ、やべ、飛ばしちゃった。
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you.
鈴
There's a
木
room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel.
悪魔の岩礁ホテルにあなたの名で部屋を取っています。
Charming.
Don't
確
judge a
実に
book
事
by
件に
its
巻き込
cover,
まれる部
Mr.
屋じゃ
Reed.
ん。悪魔の岩礁ってあれだよね、イースマスでさ、あるよね、これ。
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot, or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind,
悪
Johannes.
魔の岩礁の方に
Can
案
you
内して
steer
も
me
らえる
towards
か
the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other
自
key
分で行け
places.
と印に他に印つけた場所
Other places? Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station,
探
city
索できるところ
archive,
に印をつけてい
newspaper,
る
places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular, its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
あんたの職業は何だ
How do you fill your days, Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy club for the
哲学同
like-minded
好会を主催している
intelligentsia, gathering seeds of
怪
thought
しすぎるでしょ
like moths drawn to a flame.
Does Oakmont really have much of a market for philosophy
哲
these
学の需
days?
要があるのか
There
も
is
しれ
no
ません
consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
村の哲学って何なんですかね
Well, that's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No, no. The pleasure was
大
mine,
体こう
Mr.
いう
Reed.
村でいい格好してるやつは
Oh,
さ
before you go,
悪いやつって決まってるん
How
で
can I
すよ
get in touch with you later?
オークモント Welcome to オークモントあ、タウンオンザライズいやもうこれ全然歓迎のでもアメリカの国旗は立ってるからアメリカの国旗が一番綺麗ってどういうことこれアメリカであってアメリカじゃないところだから法律とかないよね大体酒場があって港町があってって、まあ、クトゥルフといえば港町だけど
I don't care about your petty excuses.
あ
No
高そう
one
な
leaves
ス
the
ーツ
port until my son is found, and
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but
ゴリ
not
ラっぽい顔し
interested.
てますねこれ
Go
は
away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator. Just arrived from Boston.
ゴリラですね
I was told you might be able to help
ゴ
me.
リラと人間
Private
と
investigator,
魚が
you
ちょっと
say?
混じってる可能性が
Well, perhaps we
ネクタイ
can
ペロ
help
ペロ
each
じゃん
other.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
好奇心以
Well,
外の
like
何
I
もない
said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my
そう
specialty.
そう
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking
ここの言
gibberish
葉
in
に
some
何か
other
ブツブツと言って
language.
いた
That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
確実にくみを置いて帰ってこられた方
I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my
インスマ
words.
ス人の仕業インスマス人とは何か
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police
Wow,
burned
蔓延してるのね、
Innsmouth to the
この街に。
ground. But
まずい
now,
ですよ
those
インス
filthy
マスを焼き
migrants
払った後
occupy
にこの
half
町
this
に蔓延
damn
してるってい
city.
うあれが
Port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells. They are
じゃあこの人は
everywhere.
インス
So
マス
they're
すられたわけじゃ
just
ないのか
refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking,
クトゥルフの
they are a
話に
big
白いゴリラとの
sticking
結論のも
pile
のが
of
出てくる気
trouble.
がするからさゴリラでも何かある可能性が
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions,
ゴリラと人
outbreaks
間
of
のハーフかもしれ
hysteria.
ない本当に
I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouth-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
あなたの容姿は特殊だ言っちゃうのかこれ言うけどな普
Please
通
forgive
に
the question, but
あなたのよう
I've
なこ
never
とを
met a
見
man
るの
quite
は初
like
めて
you
でして
before.
That's
オブラートを
because
包ん
no
でくれ。
man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage.
力強い血が我々の血
Proud
管を
and
流れている。
powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal
私の父は
family,
とある王家と
which
縁
has
を結び、
blessed
我々
all
一層
our
そのおかげで
offspring
み
with
んなこの
these
洗練された外見に生まれた。
exquisite
恵まれたもの。
features.
ゴリラとの血縁なんじゃないかな、私は。
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera. You have a point, newcomer.
ニューカマー、ベラ。
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine.
ベラ
I。was saying, we have a deal.
I see. Thank you.
よしってことか。
I need to know more about
Yes.
what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to the house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
Where's the house where this all happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. We're standing right in front of it.
You mentioned a lifeboat. Is it still around?
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for
多
me
分
to
これ
get
絶
started.
対シナリオ終わる
Find
まで
my
空が晴
son,
れないタイプ。
newcomer, and be quick about
雨だよね
it.。
南京錠を破壊するものです。
Did I
やっぱ
not?
りあれですよ、暴力が全てをね解決するんですよ。なんか人間がいる。第一村人発見。ああ、タコがいる。でかいタコが。クトゥルフゲームあるあるの。私は一回もうクトゥルフのゲームやってるので、こういうのには動じないんですよ。サメとかね、ウジ虫とかなんかめちゃくちゃ海鮮類の死骸が大量に落ちてるところとかを歩いてきたので、お、またタコがいるね。タコ好きなんだよな、私。タコ好き。陰気臭くていいな。くつみポイント高いですよ、これ。くつみポイント4かな。あ、何か看板がある。お、扉が自動で。ああ、出た、こういう。確か20年代。
Stay alert! Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Ugh,
Kinshi
how
Bobo
Mr.
Jidai ni
Carpenter's food
Sakyo
give away with this
Baba ga
darn
mamoru
port
koto de.
closure.
俺たちは型にはまった生活をしないぜっていうアピールができるというか、の方です。
You're some kind of fortune teller?
Yes, my dear. Yes. Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises,
まあ
newcomer.
排他的だから教えてくれ。
Really? Like what?
Not so fast, newcomer. I see many things.
いや、
For
もう
a
何が起こってる
small
か分かってる
fee,
んだよ。
I'll
もう
tell
全
you
身泥
some
ま
of
みれの
them.
さ、
Alright, how
海水
much?
まみれになってさ、
A dollar?
ぐちゃぐちゃにされることは分かってる
Your
んだよ。
money has no value here, newcomer. After the
タバコ、弾
flood,
丸、
Oakmonters deal in the practical.
世紀末じゃん。
Booze, smokes, and bullets. And I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
弾丸1個、まあいいか。
Let's hear what my future holds.
Good. Let me focus. The sea will be generous in the coming days. Many gifts delivered, and many will regret partaking.
I don't think I follow.
I see old and new. A hard heart against an iron will. Whoever wins, you
金
win
属の檻
too.
の中から
But you'll only see that from inside a metal cage. And tall pillars circled by the dead. A race from one to the next as time itself
死者に
laughs.
囲まれたいくつもの高き柱。儀式か。意味不明だった。ありがとう。
Thank you. I'll keep that in
優
mind.
しさと
You
力を持つ
are
者。いい
welcome.
と思う
I can't wait to see what you do.